morning and welcome to Late Night Bride. I'm your hostess, Peggy Kelly, and tonight we're going to talk about bridal, gowns, and bling. So stay tuned because you don't want to miss that part. And just when you think that there's enough sparkle, we're also going to talk about healthy living. And how does that come together with a bridal gown? Well, every lady wants to get into their bridal gown, but also the gents do too. Not the gown, the tuxes. So sit back, relax, get your cup of tea, and let's do Late Night Bride. See you in a moment. Welcome back to Late Night Bride. And this is so exciting to have what I call the dynamic duo of bridal wear. So I want to introduce two lovely ladies who I've known for a long time and one that I've known extra long time from the day that I got married. So welcome from Panache Bridal, Ceci and Imelda.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hi. Thank you.
Peggy.
We have history. We have history. And I think what happens when a woman looks for her dress is that she looks for a relationship.
Yes.
And so when I look for a wedding dress, I look to my relationships. And you both are my relationships. So let's talk about, how did you get into the bridal business?
Bridal, well, I actually just walked into a help wanted ad and
Wow.
fell in love with it. So what started off doing just fixing the mannequins and worked my way up to managing a bridal store and being the buyer and, you know.
Wow. So what you're saying is that follow your bliss,
Yes.
fall in love, build a career, be of maximum service
Exactly.
in so many ways. And Imelda, I know we have special history, which is extra special for me,
I know.
which is we've actually done weddings together.
We did.
And that, but
You were I would say, my stepping stone into bridal. I learned a lot from you, and bridal's just something that I loved. And I answered an ad to just try something new. I just wanted to stay in bridal, and I love fashion.
Right.
I just didn't understand what it really meant. And so I applied, I got the job, and it's 5 years fast forward, and here I am.
and you've also done the building of a career in this.
Absolutely, yeah.
What I know every time I walk into Panache Bridal, every time, is that I step into a warm hug.
Yeah.
You know, there's glorious dresses, there's amazing style,
Yeah.
Yes.
and fashion, but more so, there's these loving ladies
Yeah.
that literally greet you at the door.
Yep.
You know, bring you water, bring you anything that you want, guide you throughout, and you actually create an experience. So kind of tell us, what's your ritual with a bride? I walk in the door, and my wedding day is a year from today.
It's perfect timing.
Okay?
Perfect timing. You're welcomed in. We get a little bit of information about you. What is it that you want that day to be like? What is it that, you really pictured yourself walking on the aisle? Some brides have an idea, some brides don't. So you start trying some things on. You go into the designers. If they know them, great. If they don't, you put them in different silhouettes. Figure out what works best for the client. And then we put you in just different gowns and try to figure out what really, speaks to you.
Sure. It's all about playing dress up, isn't it?
Oh, it is.
I do have to say that for me, it's like building, just connecting
Right.
with the bride, just, getting to talk to her a little, get to know her,
Yeah.
and just find out like what her true style is and how she wants to look on her wedding day. And then she'll show me pictures. I'll give her a tour. I'll let her pick a few gowns, and then that's when I start doing
Right.
then I'll start picking some gowns out for her.
Do brides bring their Pinterest boards?
Some, yeah,
They do.
Some do.
Is that still in?
It's still in.
Magazines, when I first started doing it,
Right.
what was it, 2013?
Stocks.
They would bring magazines.
Yes.
And then Pinterest, once Pinterest happened, forget
Just-
about it. It was
It's either iPad or iPhone.
Oh my goodness.
Half the time we're plugging in the phones.
yeah.
So do they bring an entourage? Does everybody come? Do you see where it's like your bride and your maid of honor, or mom comes, the future mother-in-law comes? How many usually?
I would say 50% come with a group of friends.
Okay.
Then there's another 20 that come in just with their mom and sisters. And then you'll get those brides that like to shop by themselves. And I love the brides that love to shop by themselves.
Yes.
Too many opinions it's kind of hard on a bride, especially if she really loves something and the others don't really love how she looks in it.
A dear friend of mine, and you know who he is, David Tutera, said something. He said, build a committee of 3. Because we get too much information on it. We're going to come back in just a moment because I want to get into the dresses and into these beautiful, beautiful accessories, because at the end of the day, it's all about the bling. So we'll be back in a minute. Welcome back to Late Night Bride, and tonight we're talking about bridal and bling. And so here we go with the bling part, which is stunningly gorgeous gowns. So Amalda, share with us the very first one.
Yes, Peggy, this is one of my favorite designers. It's Leanne Rockman, and she's an Israeli designer. It's all bridal couture. There's over 40,000 beads, so hand sewn.
40,000 beads?
Yes. It takes at least 8 months to build a gown like this. And the great thing about couture is that you can always make changes to it.
Right.
If it's too deep, you can always raise it, but this is her masterpiece, and it's more of a sheath style gown, and it's all about sparkle.
It's all about sparkle.
Yeah.
Explain what couture means. We use that, we hear that, but what does it actually mean?
Couture means when the designer needs more than, let's say, 20 measurements of your body. So the gown is made just for you. I measure you from neck to floor. There's a lot of extensive measuring that needs to be fit perfect for you.
Okay.
So that's what couture means, and obviously it's a little higher price point.
But that's okay, because if it's your gown,
Yeah.
it's priceless. It's priceless. So, Ceci, let's talk about our lovely capelet gown.
This is Francesca Miranda. She's out of Colombia. So she has sent us over a fluted skirt, which is a more romantic take on it, but the modern twist is this beautiful capelet. It's in a silk organza, and you've seen this look in very much trending with all of our celebrities like Serena Williams. She just did a whole capelet. It was the biggest trend coming out of bridal market. So we love this dress, and she's just, you can take it off easily, and then she's got a whole different look. Instead of doing a veil, she could do a fascinator or add the bling.
Absolutely.
So that's where you can incorporate it a little bit more. But she's definitely a little bit, she's still a romantic and classic bride, but she wants a little bit of an edge to do something a little different.
I think having, the drama right, at your heart, which is where the florals are, is really spectacular. And to use a capelet instead of a veil is quite dramatic.
Right.
And I think we were talking the other day, and didn't Beyonce just do this?
It was, I believe she did for one of her shoots, and then again, Serena Williams too.
Serena Williams.
Yeah. So it's definitely big on trend right now. But it's like everything. The waves of fashion just go in and out. But it's beautiful, and you'll always have a classic silhouette.
I was going to say, it's incredibly classic.
Yes, it is.
It's classic in its detail. It's classic in its pattern.
For sure.
In the embroidery pattern. So now we have our Ms. Romance.
Well, Miss Romance has a beautiful ball gown. And now this is not your traditional ball gown, where she does have a little bit of the 3D flowers going on all over, really. And this is a more subtle sparkle. So the subtle sparkle allows the bride to really have that grand feeling with the sparkle, but she is also just a little softer. Right. So it's not all in your face sparkle. It's, she'll probably do a headband or a piece that has a little bit, more detailed there.
Right.
But she's definitely that classic bride that wants a romantic walk down the aisle, wants everyone to really gasp as she's walking in, because...
And she floats,
she floats.
She just floats.
She floats.
In, with a beautiful ethereal feel
veil,
to it.
Just something really clean, so that she is able to, showcase her dress. It's not about the veil on this one, it's about her dress floating right through.
Let's talk about body type just a little bit, because ladies would say, my body and that dress may not always match. And we are going to talk more about that. But are there certain styles, certain cuts that work better for our tall ladies versus our more fuller figured, to our slightly rounded on the bottom end, so to speak? This one I think would definitely work for a multitude of figures.
Right. She's probably your more versatile bride. She's probably going to be able to fit into just about every body shape.
Okay.
Even your petite bride. A lot of brides that are petite are afraid of a ball gown or anything full because they're afraid that they're going to get lost within the gown. However, that's not really the case. You just have to find where the waistline breaks them.
Where the break is.
Yeah, so it's just try to stay as close to the natural waist, maybe an inch drop of it, and that should be good for any petite bride.
Okay.
Straps are definitely something that a lot of our brides are moving into, whether, a lot of our brides don't like their arms, so they're looking for ways to, just hide them or cover them, and there's a lot more dresses right now that have, a much better idea of, how to do that. Mm-hmm. And then you've got a tall bride that would look great in a fluted dress, and just more of a sporty, body type, where, she's taller, leaner, it just flows right down. Mm-hmm. Usually anything that's fit and flare or trumpet would work on anyone that's got curves.
And that's what I've been seeing a lot more lately. No matter what height or, where you're at, brides want to feel sexy and beautiful.
Absolutely.
So there's a lot of more fitted gowns. I see a lot more fitted gowns than I used to in the past. Everyone,
in all shapes and sizes.
In all shapes and sizes. It's a confidence.
Right.
It's a confidence that I see now more than I did 5 years ago.
Honestly. I would imagine if any bride put any of these on, she would absolutely be confident and just step out and do it. Absolutely do it.
For sure.
Yes. And the other side of it, though, is can you imagine her groom at the other end?
Exactly.
Just opening up his heart to this beautiful woman that is walking down to say I do to him.
Yeah. It is that moment when he sees her, at the altar, right before she starts walking down the altar. It's that moment that
is absolutely unbelievable.
Yes.
As she takes her breath, it stops his.
Right.
So it's the nice thing.
We're going to take a breath for just a second, and we're going to come back, and we're going to talk about a healthy lifestyle and really how a healthy lifestyle works in your engagement, in your dress, and then in your life. So we'll be back in a minute. Thanks. Welcome back to Late Night Bride, where we're talking about bridal, bling, but most of all, healthy lifestyle. And I want to introduce to you a very dear friend of mine, Doyle Borden, who is a health and wellness coach. But I know him as an amazing stylist. So welcome to Late Night Bride, Doyle.
Thank you so much, Peggy, for having me. I really appreciate you inviting me tonight.
Well, I think it's really important what you're doing. We've been in this business a long time, and you have seen so much. You have gotten a lot of ladies down the aisle. You have dressed them in amazing florals, but now what you're doing is you're dressing them from the inside out. So tell us a little bit about your journey and the changes that you've added to your life.
Absolutely. Well, I've become very passionate about this because I had my own transformation about 7 months ago. I began this nutritional program myself, and the system that really works for men and women. I released 45 pounds, and I've actually kept it off. But it's not all about just the nutrition. It's about the mindset and the way you feel as you begin that transformation and as that transformation continues to unfold. So now my passion is to get brides and grooms and their entire wedding party to look and feel their best on their wedding day and beyond that, because it is a new lifestyle that they can adapt. And that's very exciting to see that happen over and over again.
And it's common knowledge that 70% of Americans are overweight.
True.
That our diet, because of the pace that we keep, is so fast. And we're living in a drive-through world. Well, the nice part about what you're doing is it's easy, it's affordable, It is, so many things, but you talk more about it than me. Go for it.
No problem. Well, we get you started on a program. First of all, it's like a 30-day reset where we get your body back into balance. And part of that is nutrition that is supported with a cleanse as well, so that we cleanse the toxins from your body.
Right.
And as those toxins are released, the inflammation in your body goes down, and any fat that's stored from your body will actually melt away. And it's like your body deflates like a balloon in slow motion. And because of that, the energy is restored, and the glow on your face is restored, and you just begin to enjoy life even more, and everyone's going to notice that.
Absolutely. I have watched this. I have watched you. Like I say, we've known each other for years. I have watched the last 7 months. I am living proof and testimony that I watched a gentleman who was a little bit more fuller figured than the gentleman that I see here today.
Yes.
So we also have a lady that's very important in your life that we're going to be talking to here shortly, Marissa Campbell.
Yes.
And she was actually a bride, and that's the reason we wanted to talk to her. We wanted to talk about her journey from when she tried on her dress to the day she walked down the aisle, and all of the things that happened from point A to point B. Because I think it's really important. We all have that dream of our wedding day, and we all want to look our best.
Yes.
And there's so much that goes on during that time that if you could relieve stress, relieve maybe a few pounds, get your life in order, set it up for a new time in your life, as husband and wife, do it together as well as with your bridal party. How fabulous is that?
Absolutely.
So we're going to be back in just a moment with Marissa, and I look forward to sharing more about healthy lifestyle, because even us late night bride gals and gents, we like to be healthy. So we'll be right back. So welcome back to Late Night Bride. And there's something that I really love about technology is that we get to use it when we need it most. And so tonight we're going to do a little bit of technology, because there's a lovely lady by the name of Marissa who is a perfect example of a bride that walked into a bridal gown shop and tried on her gown and then made a decision to change her life. And she's going to tell you her story right now. Marissa?
Hi, Peggy. How are you?
I'm good. So good that you're here. Welcome via Skype and via voice. We have you here in spirit, so to speak. So tell us your story.
Oh, sure. So, it began in March of 2015, and I went into the bridal salon to pick out the dress of my dreams and realized that I wasn't quite in the physical shape that I thought I was in. And life being life, a couple years before that had led me to a body that I just wasn't feeling my best in. So I was fortunate enough to find nutritional cleansing in March of 2015, and I was really ready to make a lifestyle change at that point, because life just being life, and women going through what we go through, different segments and portions of our life, it led me to a body that I just wasn't feeling my best in. So I knew that I wanted to look and feel my best on my wedding day. So I went into the salon, picked out my dress, wasn't quite the right size that I was looking for, fell to my knees, and I knew that I had to make a change. As the universe would have it, one of my friends happened to reach out literally the same day, and she had a solution for me, and it was something that I'd been praying for, actually. So I felt very grateful for her reaching out at that point, and the rest is history, Becky.
And we have the photos to prove it. So that's the best part. There really is a before and happily ever after that everyone is going to see here. And congratulations. Congratulations on your marriage. Congratulations on your decision. I think that's an important piece to celebrate, because we can try on dresses and we can try on tuxes and we can say, oh, this is okay. but you didn't. And with that, I've seen such an amazing change in growth in your life. I've definitely seen it in Doyle's personally because we've walked in hand.
Yes.
And now what we're going to do is we're going to talk to our lovely ladies from Panache Bridal, because I'm sure that they've heard some stories, and see how this all comes together as one. So we'll be back in just a moment with everyone in the conversation. See you in a moment. Welcome back to Late Night Bride, and there's nothing more fun than to have a group of bridal professionals together helping each other, but also helping our brides and our grooms. That's what we're all about. That's what Late Night Bride is about. We're here so that you enjoy your engagement and also enjoy getting down the aisle. So we've been talking about healthy lifestyle. We saw some amazing gowns here. So this is where we put it all together. How do you get down the aisle in that amazing gown and add a healthy lifestyle? Marissa, you take the conversation on this one, because you're the perfect example of doing exactly that.
Oh, thanks, Peggy. It's super easy once you make the decision, right? So it all begins with that choice to love yourself and really, want to look and feel your best on your wedding day, not only for you, but for, the amazing person that you're going to be marrying. It's super easy if you make the decision to fuel your body with the best proper nutrition in the world. So when you are putting in an amazing balance of food and nutrition, your body will naturally take over. And I think that the most important thing for me when I went through this is, as a bride, it's so much fun and it's so exciting to have all the wedding planning and to have the vision to be in this amazing dress. But there's a lot of stress and other things that come along with planning. And so if you've got your body that's being supported nutritionally, you are able to experience the emotional aspects of the excitement of being a bride from a total stress-free perspective, while you're getting your body in the best physical shape it can possibly be in. So, for me, it was not only the physical transformation, but it was really the emotional and the mental and all of that went along with it. And it happened fast, Peggy. It happened really fast. I went from, this amazing, or not so amazing before picture in the bridal salon, and I reached my goal weight in a matter of 6 weeks. So, it was great. It was really, really great. And then I was able to really enjoy the rest of the wedding planning. So, I planned my wedding in about a 4.5 month time frame. And knowing that the wedding dress aspect was done and like literally in my best self
Your best
in
shape
6 weeks.
ever.
Yeah, best shape ever in 6 weeks. It gave me the rest of the time to just, you know, rock it out and have the most incredible experience. And I was continuing to release weight and inches all the way up to my wedding day. And like I remember it was 2 days before the wedding and I was still over, I'd gotten my dress picked up from the bridal salon, but they were still making alterations, a couple days before
Right.
taking it in. And so I went from that extra large to an extra small, and they still kept taking it in.
And your husband, your now husband, took the journey also, and
He did.
That's amazing.
which really made it extra special. I want the ladies from Panache Bridal to kind of chime in. How many times have you heard the story, "Oh, I wish"?
All the time.
Every single bride, I think.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I would say every appointment, every bride comes in and she's not at her ideal weight.
No.
She's, just, really happy and with herself and her relationship. And she says, I've been, with my fiance and all we do is go out to dinner and
They're happy.
They're happy. They call it happy weight. So they have we tell them about, you have to order your gown based on where you are at right now.
Right.
But that motivates them because alterations, like she was saying, we will make sure that your gown fits you properly,
Right.
and we will measure you, take your dress in up to the day before your wedding.
Now, don't you love the fact that that we now have a solution?
Oh, yeah.
We have amazing bridal gowns at Panache, just stunning. we also have an amazing healthy lifestyle solution that we're more than happy to share, and it'll be on Late Night Bride on the website, and we'll tell you more about that.
Absolutely.
But because this has been such a fun show, we've run out of time. Oh my goodness.
No.
But with that, you're going to come see us online. You're going to come see us at Facebook. You're going to come see us on Instagram, and you're going to see us on our website at latenightbride.com. You're going to see these lovely ladies over on Fair Oaks at Panache Bridal, and
Yes,
this lovely gentleman,
yes.
Doyle Borden. Just look up Doyle Borden Designs, because he is a true stylist, but most of all, he's a great man. And together, we are going to get you down the aisle looking stunning and at your perfect weight, but most of all, we're going to get you down the aisle happy. So, from our hearts to yours, welcome to Late Night Bride. We're here for you so that you can enjoy your wedding.